Hi. You had a rough day at work and traffic was unbearable to get through. You finally get home to relax. A few moments in the door, your girlfriend calls. She wants to go out to dinner. You have not had a girls' night out in about 3 months, and it sounds like it could be fun. So you agree and you two meet up at a fancy restaurant. You both are enjoying yourselves until the gentleman sitting next to you lights up a cigarette. The smoke is bothering you, however, you feel like you can't say anything because the restaurant does allow smoking. So what do? He has the right to smoke, but on the other hand, you have the right to go out to eat and not be bothered by someone else's deadly habit. So you and your girlfriend get up and leave. How do you feel about being in a restaurant inhaling many poisonous chemicals from secondhand smoke? Do you smoke in an enclosed area with your children right beside you? Environmental tobacco smoke, abbreviations ETS, also known as secondhand smoke, may be responsible for 35,000 to 62,000 cases of heart disease per year in non-smokers. This information was gathered for the 2004 statistics that came from the American Lung Association. According to Sean Conley, author of the book titled Tobacco, states that non-smokers who live with regular smokers are 25% more likely to develop lung cancer or heart disease than people who live in a smoke-free household. Secondhand smoke contains 4,000 chemicals, in which 200 of them are poisonous. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, 3,000 non-smokers die every year from lung cancer. Closed places are where secondhand smoke is the most threat. There is no place for the smoke to escape except by inhaling it. The people that are inhaling the secondhand smoke, whether it is an adult, an elderly, or a healthy 5-year-old girl, doesn't matter. They are being harmed. Children suffer every day from secondhand smoke. In fact, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, almost 60% of U.S. children aged 3 to 11 years are exposed to secondhand smoke. There are 2 deadly ways a non-smoker can inhale secondhand smoke. There's mainstream and side stream. Mainstream is the exhaled smoke from the smoker, and the side stream is the smoke that comes off the lit cigarette. The side stream is not filtered at all, therefore it poses more of a threat to the non-smoker. In the Smoking Concerns Sourcebook, published by Peter E. Ruffner, explains that secondhand smoke can cause, in children, sudden infant death syndrome, asthma induction, chronic respiratory symptoms, and middle ear infections. In adults, it can cause respiratory tract infections, eye and nasal irritation, nasal sinus cancer, and chronic coronary heart disease. A book called Nicotine, published by Greenhaven Press, explains that smokers have more colds than non-smokers, and that their children develop more inner ear infections than children who live in a smoke-free household. Secondhand smoke became an issue when the government started noticing that it was a health hazard in enclosed places. The legal way to try and protect the community is to ban smoking in those areas. I wanted to know how my friends and family felt about the banning of smoking, so what I did is I put a survey together and I asked 10 people the question, do you think smoking in all indoor public places should be banned? I received 5 answers to yes, 4 on depends, and 1 on no. One person said it depends on the public place. For example, if it was a bar, they felt that it didn't need to be banned. Another one said yes, but as long as there was a closed off area for smoking. For example, having like closed doors in a restaurant to where it's completely blocked off, or not banning on public grounds and just being able to smoke outside a certain amount of feet away from the door so it doesn't bother the people that are going in. I felt that the depends answers were very fair and were more in agreement with my opinion, which my opinion is I feel like the smoking does need to be banned in all indoor public places, but I feel that it should also be allowed on public grounds as well. There are various states that have developed their own bans. California and Florida banned smoking in bars and restaurants in the year 2003. Also, New York and Boston made it illegal to smoke also in those areas. In New York City, some restaurants and bars reported an increase to their business during their first year of their ban. March of 2004, Ireland banned smoking in pubs, and despite this new law, pubs are still making profits. A study done at Indiana University after a county-wide ban in Bloomington, Indiana, showed hospital admissions for such heart attacks dropped 70% for non-smokers, but not for smokers. According to an article in the South Bend Tribune written by Tom Moore, Elkhart, Indiana went smoke-free on May 15, 2008 in all public places and all workplaces. The Federal Bureau of Prisons put forth a ban on smoking in 105 prisons holding 180,000 inmates in 2004. A lot of states have moved towards making their prisons smoke-free. The Federal Bureau of Prisons tried to make it easier on the inmates by offering a smoke cessational program and by also providing nicotine patches, which the inmates have to purchase themselves. Indiana House lawmakers changed Indiana's bill in 2009 to where casinos were not a part of the ban. Nursing homes could have a designated smoking area, and it also let communities pass their own forceful smoking bans. The ones who feel that smoking in indoor public places should not be allowed could step up and get involved with their children's lives and with the community and stand up for what could be saving tons of innocent lives. You could try staying updated with news and listen to new stories about the bans that are being instituted around the country. Keep an ear out on things you could do to keep secondhand smoke away from you and your family. In conclusion, I want to say that I am a smoker myself and I have a son. However, I do not smoke inside my car or inside my house, and I do not allow people to smoke around him. I feel strongly about secondhand smoke and the dangers that come with it, especially when it comes to children. Doing the little things like taking your child outside if you're at someone's house where smoking is allowed inside, or even taking a step outside in your own home to smoke. It makes a huge difference. And maybe the next time you go to a fancy restaurant, the people around you will be able to stay and enjoy their meal as well as you enjoying yours. Thank you.